They say every family has secrets. I just never thought mine would destroy me. My name is Adam. I'm 24. And a year ago, I overheard my mother whisper something to my grandmother that still keeps me awake at night. She said, he doesn't need to know the truth about his grandfather. I pretended not to hear, but from that moment, I couldn't stop thinking about the man I never met. All I knew was that he'd been a small-town veterinarian somewhere in Texas, and that he died before I was born. My mom said he was kind, loved animals, and kept to himself. But if that were true, why the secrecy? I decided to find him, at least what was left of him. My eyesight's been fading since I was 12. Without glasses, I see only 1% of the world. Still, I started digging, old letters, dusty photographs, newspaper clippings, and then one day, my cousin brought me a box, something he found while clearing out Grandma's attic. Inside was an old reel-to-reel tape labeled Field Case, 1983. I borrowed a player from a library, sat in the dark, and pressed play. What I heard changed everything. It wasn't a recording of animal care, it was an interrogation. My grandfather's voice, calm, clinical, describing procedures on people, not animals. He hadn't been a veterinarian at all. He was part of a classified government program that tested experimental drugs on volunteers, except some of them hadn't volunteered. The tape mentioned locations, names, and one chilling phrase, subject 14, terminated. My grandmother must have known. When I confronted her, she broke down. She said he'd been offered a deal after the war to work for research instead of going to prison. He'd lied to the whole family, called himself a vet to hide what he'd done. My mother grew up thinking he saved lives, not destroyed them. Now I'm the one carrying his blood. I can't look at myself in the mirror without wondering how much of him is inside me, his genius or his cruelty. The blindness, the fear, the nightmares, maybe they're his inheritance too. Last week, I got a letter from a man who claimed to be one of his test subject's sons. He said he wanted to meet. I haven't answered yet. What would you do if the truth about your family could ruin your name forever? Comment below. I need to know if forgiveness can survive a bloodline.